Alrighty friends, so let's get started making our eagle. The first thing that you're going to want to do is find the middle of your piece of paper, and you're going to make a small arch. Not a tiny arch, but just a small arch. If you make your arch too tiny, your eagle will be very, very small. If you make your arch too large, then your eagle's face will just be showing and not the rest of his body or his wings. So just a small arch, which is just basically a curved line. Now down from that arch, what we're going to do is we are going to put a dot right in the middle. Right in the middle. So you're going to go a little bit in from the arch and come down to the dot, a little bit in from the end of the arch and come down. That's going to be the beak. Let's double that last two lines up and put some nostrils right here. You can probably tell what it is now, right? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to come up from the arch and we are going to make a slanted line. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come up from the arch and make a slanted line. Underneath those two slanted lines, we are going to make U's. So one U and another U. And then we're going to fill those in with another circle. Now, at the top of these circles, we're going to make a smaller circle. And then we're going to fill in all around that smaller circle with your marker. Those, I bet you can guess, are going to be the eyes of our eagle. Alrighty. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to make the top of our eagle's head. And that's simply going to be an arch that goes from one side to the other. All right? So it's almost like an upside down U. Here we go. If you want to, you know what I always suggest to my kids at school? If you want to come out and make a small dot, come out and make a small dot. It kind of gives you a guide for which way you're going to want to go. You can also use your finger, a guide for your finger, so you don't go like this. Okay? So you come up and then you come back down and you hit your dots. All right, so the top of the head is finished and the bottom of the head gets a little bit feathery. So what we're going to do is we are going to create some feathers coming down like this. And basically the feathers are just some zigzag lines and they go down with an arch and then they come back up. So see that? It's like a really wide U, but instead of using a straight line, you're using zigzag. Now inside you can create a little bit of detail inside for the feathers. So you can make some little lines going here, maybe a little bit of squiggle. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now is we are going to create the eagle's body. We're not going to fit the whole body onto this piece of paper, so we're just going to make the chest part of our bird. So you're going to come out a little bit in from the end, and you're going to make a curved line, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Curved line. He's coming together, isn't he? He's looking really cool. So we're going to leave this area for right now, and we're going to go back up here and we're going to make some wings. So the wings are going to be going off your paper. All right? Let's start that right now. So we're going to come a little bit above the eye area and make a little dot and do the same thing on the other side. These are going to be your guide dots. You're going to go from this dot to the edge of your paper, to the corner of your paper with a straight line. And do the same thing on the other side. Alrighty, now right underneath that, we're going to make a thicker line. And it's going to be kind of shaggy. So you just kind of go up and down. Hope you could see that. Kind of feathery, I would say. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we are going to attach the bottom part of these wings to the back of this bird. So we're going to start about right here where the head meets the body, and we're going to make some scallop edges, which just means go like this. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to go almost to the end. Just like that. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You start right below the head. There we go. Now underneath that, what we're going to do is we are going to make a series of U's that are hooked together. Okay, so a series of U's that are hooked together. U, 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 and then it goes off the page. Let's try this side. U, all the way up, off the page. All right, now underneath these, what we're going to do is we're going to make some spiky feathers. So let me show you what I mean. So you come out and you go in. You come out and you go in. All the way until you fall off your paper. Okay, so it's basically curve line, touch the bottom of this wing. Curve line, touch the bottom of the wing. Until we hit the edge of the paper. Same thing on this side. Curve line, curve line. Ooh, my marker got a little squeaky and it looks like it's running out. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to put some detail on the inside of these spiky feathers. So just some lines, as many lines as you'd like. Alrighty, so we're also going to put some lines inside of here. Just some little curved lines would be fine. And over here, the same thing. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is go back up to this middle row, and we're going to double these lines up to make them a little bit thicker. Little bit thicker. Same on this side. There we go. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come back down to his body, and we are going to create some feathers. And let me show you how we're going to go about doing that. So it's just, again, a series of U's, and they're stuck together, or they're hooked together, just like that. Now, after you have your first row, what you're going to do is you are going to make sure that your next row comes to this area at the bottom of the first row of U's. Let me show you what I mean. When I go like this, do you see where I'm hitting I'm hitting the bottom of these U's. I'm hitting the bottom and I'm just making nice round U's. And I'm making sure I hit the bottom right in the middle. See that? And then I keep going all the way down. Whoops, didn't touch the middle there, but I got it. I just keep going and going and going until I can't go anymore, all the way down. Now, this can take a while, depending on how careful you are and how much time you want to take. I'm going pretty fast because I want you to get started on your own artwork. But I know that some kids like to really take their time on this part. So it is up to you. And later, if you'd like to decorate this, if you'd like to paint it or color it in with crayons or colored pencils or markers, that's always a good idea. But you can keep it just like this with a black and white drawing if you'd like to. Now, one more thing, we're going to put a little bit of detail on the inside of these feathers on his body. So what I do is I just add some little dots. Alrighty, what do you think? I hope you like him. I had fun creating this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.